Despite losing to Alex Pereira twice, Jiri Prochazka still believes he can beat him. Jiri and Alex first fought in November of 2023, and Alex TKO'd him in the second round. The rematch went down this past June, and Alex once again scored a TKO win in the second round. Jiri expects to beat Jamahal Hill tomorrow at UFC 311 and get back to the title.
After these two losses with Pereira, I really felt like I need something, some push. I'm every time saying to everyone, like, believe me or not, but I believe I can beat the Alex. I can be the champion again, and I really believe that all the keys, what I needed to have, I have right now. And for me, is like a matter of time right now to go to the top, stay there, and keep myself there, because that was something what I needed to learn, to keep myself on the top, not just to go to the top then and back, but to keep myself stable there. That's all. And somebody told me like this is the people's main fight, yeah. So I think with respect to the main events today, this Saturday, I believe every time I'm taking my fight like it's main fight, but when I see this card, I think our fight will be the main one.
Kevin Holland is receiving a good bit of backlash today from the MMA community. He's scheduled to fight Reiner de Ridder tomorrow at UFC 311. Kevin made an appearance on the Jackson podcast yesterday with Rampage Jackson, and fans thought he was very disrespectful to Rampage. This whole beef started because of a comment Rampage left on Instagram. Rampage explained the story 3 months ago.
When he fought MVP does this thing right here, and Kevin Holland reached up and touched his hand like that. And I made a joke, and it wasn't even that funny. I said, oh, them touching hands like that reminds me of two women scissoring.
And he got mad at that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So during the podcast yesterday, immediately things were very tense between Kevin and Rampage. Here's a short clip. Be sure to go check out the full podcast. Links in the description.
Yeah, that's the last thing he want to do is fight me, though. That's the last thing.
I still want to.
No,
I don't give a about the fight on Saturday.
No, you don't want to fight me.
I'm just being real.
I'm being real with you, young buck. You
I'm
don't
just
want to
letting
fight
you know.
me. I'm just letting you know.
It sounds good.
Sometimes people don't know what they want.
Yeah.
You don't want to fight me.
I feel like Kevin,
So as the podcast went on, it got much less tense, and Kevin and Rampage actually started to get along. They ended off the podcast with a fist bump.
I give Rampage a fist.
Come on, boys! That's how you unite the culture! That's how you unite the culture! Come on,
Don't
man!
make a mistake about it.
Although Kevin and Rampage made amends at the end, fans were furious with Kevin's attitude in the beginning, and the comment section is absolutely brutal. To read off the top comments, Kevin just got the how to be unlikable speed run world record. Kevin's ego's so damn big for someone who gives up all the damn time. I was a Kevin Holland fan, but then I listened 5 minutes into this shit. Kevin is a nobody compared to Rampage. The level of disrespect. Rampage is a legend. Kevin is a quitter who will never see gold. Salute to Rampage for not jumping across the table and beating the brakes off Holland. Respect to Rampage for not kicking his ass. Kevin is also receiving hate comments on his own personal Instagram. He posted a few videos today responding to the backlash.
I ain't gonna lie, guys, real from the shower. You guys are complaining about Rampage, but I'm over here sad and depressed about Marab. He done took Francidia from your boy, and now he over here slacking the twerk girl all on the ass. What the am I supposed to do? Guess I gotta be nice to Rampage. I'm on weight and still that crazy. But yeah, y'all complaining about the Rampage podcast, like, all respect to OG. Me and OG had some words and y'all was lucky enough to see it. I ain't got nothing but respect for the OG. Been watching him for a long time, probably way before y'all. But that being said, since y'all want to keep complaining, I'm taking all them posts down. I'm going ahead and getting a ticket to the fine at the front desk.
Rampage Jackson gave his take on the situation. He left a comment on one of the clips. He wrote, I feel like he was just trolling. At the end of the day, he was a cool dude. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Do you think Kevin was out of line? Post your takes in the comments. Jamahal Hill believes he will dominate Jiri Prochazka tomorrow. Jamahal says he wants to make a statement, and afterwards he plans on avenging his loss to Alex Pereira. He says he plans on quote-unquote knocking him the f*** out.
I think the thing that excites me the most about Yuri is how he comes to fight. He comes to fight, he comes to put on a show. He tries a lot of crazy things, wild, explosive things, and I'm ready to test myself against that so I can finish past this test and move on. Feels good. I'm just ready to get in there and ready to fight. 24 went great for me. I made a lot of money. I think it's in a good place as far as the top. We got some new guys coming in that's trying to that's making their bones and things like that. So I think the heavyweight, light heavyweight division is in a good spot. You know, we got a superstar as a champion right now, and I plan on knocking him the out. So lock in, make sure I show up as the best version of myself, because I feel the best version of myself is the best in the world. Both of us stepping in at the top of our game, I believe that fight plays out dominantly for me. I just got to come out and be who I usually am, and that's dominant. As always, just perform to the level that I know I'm capable of and have performed to up to this point.
In the build-up to UFC 311, Islam Makhachev has stated that he does not want to leave the sport of MMA without becoming a double champion. Islam seemed much more open to the idea of moving up to welterweight and fighting Belal Muhammad, despite Khabib recently saying that he doesn't like the idea. Islam said, "I don't know. It's not my job, but it's my goal. I'm not going to leave this sport without a second belt. This is my goal." On Belal Muhammad, Islam said, "He is my friend. We was training last week together. We have the same manager for both. Yeah, we'll talk. Anything can change like very quick. That's why I am not planning to retire. I have time." Belal Muhammad gave his take on the matter and says he can see Islam moving up to middleweight. Belal said, "I think that right now, he's about to make history. He wins, he's going to have the most title defenses at 155. I've said it a million times. I think he could go to 185. For me, it's like, I've got Shavkat, and then we're still looking to see who is next. We're looking to see. You've got Buckley, you have Ian Gary. He just lost, but he's looking for another fight. You have Jack Della Maddalena. There's a lot of guys in the division, but there's not a clear next true contender. For me, since I had to take the long road, I had 5 top 10 wins. I'm at that point where I could win 2 and then go up to 185, double champ status, and then be done with it. For me, I'm only looking ahead to what's next. Obviously, it's Shavkat, so I just want to keep my focus on that." Beneil Dariush says despite having a rough 2 years, he still hopes to become the UFC lightweight champion. Beneil is currently coming off back-to-back losses, one to Charles Oliveira in June of 2023, where he was TKO'd in the first round. He was then knocked out by Arman Tsarukyan in the first round in December of 2023. Beneil didn't fight in 2024 due to a knee injury. Beneil says the only reason he fights is to become a world champion, and if he's not trying to become a world champion, it's time to hang it up.
Yeah, excited to be back for fight week. This is in my hometown pretty much, so this is as good as it gets for me. You know, 2024 was very productive. Even though I didn't fight, I got to let my body heal and just really sharpen my tools. It's always hard to take a step back. It's always hard to have a year like that, but you know, I believe in I believe God will redeem me, and I will go back to where I've been. I try not to look at my career as a whole. I try to just look forward, and my goal is still to be a champion. That's the only reason I fight, right? If I'm not trying to be a champion, it's time to move on. He's on a streak. He's killing it, and you know, big fan of him. So I look forward to fighting him, and let's see what happens. I think what's great about him is he's well-rounded. So it's going to be a battle of game plans. Who has the better game plan? Who's going to do what? And that's the exciting part. So I got to really strategize.
Kamaru Usman has some advice for Jamahal Hill. Usman reacts to the video of Jamahal challenging people to come to his gym and spar him for $20,000.
Hey, yo, all that, bro. At the end of the day, bro, y'all can only talk so much before somebody, you know what I mean, start to say something back. So for all y'all that's talking all this about this fight, I want to speak on some fighting. We talk money, 20 bands, pull up to the gym. Anybody that all y'all that's talking on these posts and all of this talking this and that, I got 20 bands. Pull up to the gym, bro. Come get paid. I know y'all broke and need it.
Usman tells Jamahal to let it go. And although MMA fans are currently clowning him, at least his name is out there and he's being talked about. Usman believes Jamahal will defeat Jiri Prochazka.
For Jamahal Hill, I did see, what was it, a post that someone sent where Jamahal Hill was online, and he said, yo, anybody got a problem, pull up to the gym. Yo, I got the bread right now. Come, let's spar. It's like, bro, stop that. You are a former champion. Listen, you are getting clowned online because of what you chose to do. And what you're not realizing now is yes, people may be clowning, but guess what? They're talking about you. They're keeping you in the mix. Your name is still connected to Alex Pereira. Yeah, even though people are clowning you and said, oh, you looked bad for doing what you did, guess what? They're talking about you. Your name is there. I know as fighters, we're very, very sensitive and we take a lot of things personal, especially when we're in the fight. But man, let it go. Don't be challenging people to fight online with cash. Bruh, who cares? Let them talk. Just like Khabib. Who cares? Who cares? Today, smash. All right? Don't worry about all that. When you go in there, do your job, and then you've already created that narrative. You make a case for yourself to where you go back in there and you fight Alex Pereira. I like this fight. I think they're both awkward, but I think Jamahal Hill has a little bit more power, and Jamahal Hill is still, I want to say, cognitively a little bit there. Yes, I know Yuri's movement is problematic, but I think Jamahal Hill could potentially find the button if he still has that aura. You know, I think he could still find the shot, and he could get Yuri out of there.
Umar Nurmagomedov thinks Merab Dvalishvili is very nervous for their fight this weekend. As most of you know, Merab has been very vocal about how he doesn't believe Umar even deserves a title shot. Umar thinks that Merab's frustration is with the UFC and not him, because the UFC were the ones who pushed him to take the fight.
I can't tell anything bad about this. About Merab, about his skills. He's not bad fighter, of course. He 11-0, you know, but I'm much better, I think, everywhere. And I'm gonna show this, inshallah, Saturday night. I think my advantage is everywhere in this fight, and I don't know it's gonna happen or not. Like, you know, it's gonna be interesting to do with him just wrestling match even. You know, I think I will not lose to him. You know, I can smash him there too. I think that day he proved to everyone he very nervous and he was. I don't think he upset with me. You know, I think he upset with UFC. UFC pushed him to take this fight. I don't have any power to make him to fight with me. You know, it's UFC did, and he can't tell nothing to UFC. And he can't tell to Dana anything, you know. That's why he can, like, he bring this energy and he want to, you know, he have to give it to anyone, and he choose me. You know, I'm his opponent, and I don't care about that. You know, it's his problem, it's his business, and I think about myself. I'm confident, and I don't nervous about that.
Arman Tsarukyan is out of his fight with Islam Makhachev due to an injury. After the news broke, multiple lightweights tried to step up to replace Arman. Charles Oliveira posted footage of himself running on the treadmill and going in the sauna after the news broke.
Por aqui nada mudou, foco é o mesmo. Estamos treinando. Só marcha e vamos. Esse é o foco, filho, treino.
Diego Lopez posted this to X with a phone emoji. Dustin Poirier also threw his name in the hat. Dustin wrote, "Hit me up, UFC." This user replied, "How much you weigh right now?" Dustin said 178 pounds. "I promise you Islam weighs more than me today." Renato Moicano is officially replacing Arman. Renato was supposed to fight Beneil Dariush earlier on the card. Dana White posted this video to his social medias today. He wrote, "Breaking news, Makhachev will now be facing Moicano for the lightweight title."
What's up, everybody? I have some breaking news for you this morning. Around 1 a.m., we received a call from Arman Tsarukyan, who informed us that he was experiencing significant back pain due to the injury. He feels like he is not healthy enough to compete, so he is out of the fight. Stepping in to face Islam Makhachev for the title will be Renato Moicano. Moicano's been on a tear since moving up to 155 pounds and currently holds the longest active win streak amongst all fighters in the top 10 of the lightweight division. He's won 6 of his last 7 fights, including his last 4 in a row, with 3 of those coming by finish. The guy is an absolute savage, and every fight he's in is a war. He weighed in on championship weight to be prepared as the backup in case something happened. And when we spoke to him this morning, I can tell you he wants this fight. And when I called Islam, Islam said, "Brother, I am the champion. I don't care who it is. I will fight anyone. Ladies and gentlemen, the pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the world, Islam Makhachev versus Renato for the lightweight title. Live tomorrow night from the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles, California. I will see you there.
Manny Moicano is coming for the belt. Be ready, Islam Makhachev. Tomorrow is money time. Man, I'm so happy that I got this opportunity. I have been working for this for a long time and I knew that could happen. That's why I was training 5 rounds, that I was training with a southpaw. I'm ready and tomorrow I'm going to shock the world. Be ready because I am. This is Manny Moicano and tomorrow I will be the champion of the world. Let's go. Let's go.
Arman has released a statement. He posted this to his Instagram. He wrote, UFC and UFC fans, I regret to inform everyone that the news is that I had to pull out of UFC 311 with a back injury is true. This was the hardest decision I've ever had to make in my fighting career. I would like to thank the UFC for understanding, and I look forward to competing for my first UFC championship in the future. Thank you all for your support. Islam Makhachev posted this to X. He wrote, what does this title represent? It means you're the best in the world. And if you're the best in the world, it doesn't matter who's going to be standing across from you. What do I say? No? Never. Let's do this. Alexander Volkanovski replied saying, why didn't you call me?
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos.
Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Ocean Drives. It says, Arman's secret technique is shaving the mustache and keeping the beard. The second one's in reference to Israel Adesanya hanging out with Robert Whittaker and saying that he's in talks with Alex Pereira and they may set up a ping pong match. It's from Mighty Savage 459. It says, Warriors respect warriors. I wouldn't be surprised to see Alex, Israel, and Robert all become close friends, showing up and sitting together at future events. And the final one says, I wouldn't mind Full Mount MMA showing a ping pong match with Poatan and Izzy. That would be fun.
Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.